Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Today on Tallidus Plays, we're trying out another demo, and today's demo is from Modulus. So it's called Modulus, and it's a sort of a factory building game with a little bit of progression involved. I believe there's kind of a story. Effectively, these are more open-ended puzzles that you can use factory and automation in order to solve. So let's jump right in to a new game on the demo here. Include the tutorial, and we'll call this demo. Alright, in Modulus, you'll maintain a factory that constructs many buildings. These buildings provide the colony below with valuable resources. Buildings are constructed out of building blocks called modules. Remember that all resources are infinite, and there is no cost to placing or removing things, so feel free to experiment at your own pace. Oh. It truly is about just the automation itself. So we're going to test protocol on your sensors. Follow instructions on the top left. Camera's WSD, mouse button. Okay, rotate the camera. Scroll up, scroll down, and zoom. Pretty standard controls. Mining polyrock. The first step in creating a module is mining polyrock. Your operators, such as the miner, are located on your toolbar at the bottom. So we got a miner right here. Select the miner. Rotate it with R, and pop it down. So I guess put 4 on here. Clear the selection. Okay. The furnace melts polyrock into cubes, the starting point of all modules. So let's put down a furnace. There we go. Conveyor belts are used to move resources across your factory. Click and drag to place a conveyor belt line. So, starting to feel a little of that Factorio inspiration here. Do that. The cutter. Place 1 and click on it to enter. First clear your selection with right mouse button. Okay. It says cuts a module into multiple pieces. So you see here, come out as little module polyminers, whatever it's called. And this is the piece itself. Guessing this will refine the shape into something that we want. Click on it. Ah, here we go. Okay, to configure the cutter, select the slice interval at the bottom. Cut the block into 2 equal pieces. So we want 2. And configure. Easy enough. Okay, the first module has been pinned for you. It requires the assembler, which combines 2 shapes into a new one. So, here we are. Assembler. Place conveyor belts. Alright. So, let's see here. We need to do... oh, we place them here, like this. Okay. Now we need to place a splitter and conveyor belt. So the splitter here will divert 1 belt onto 2. Factorio fans will be very, very familiar with all of this. So, this is our module viewer. This is kind of what we're working towards, I suppose. Now that the assembler is receiving 2 inputs, we can click on it to configure it. All right. So what we want to do is take these and combine them to make that. So the way to do so is drag it here, drag this one here, like so, and configure. We've created a new module. Delivering modules to a building requires cranes. They grab the modules from conveyor belts. Click on the building to place a crane. Okay, so we click here. We add a crane. Put it, I suppose, right here. And then a conveyor belt over to the crane. Okay. Easy enough. First production line is now done and should stay there to ensure a constant supply to the building. Let's start on a new production line for the next module. Use a copy tool to copy and paste a selection of operators. Okay, so we can literally click and drag. So copy is one of these buttons, I'm sure. The C. Ooh, I like that. Pre-built blueprints. Easy enough. You're now free to build however you desire. You have unlocked tools to clear belts, copy, mirror, and destroy operators, located on the left. Selection, move, copy, clear, and remove. So this removes the items. This actually destroys the buildings. Got it. Okay, the same building requires a second different module to be constructed and delivered. The first module will always be required, so altering this first production line is not advised. Alright, so we need to do an assembler. I guess we'll kind of do it in the same lineup, I suppose. Conveyor, conveyor, splitter. We'll start using hotkeys now to make things a little bit quicker. Alright, and then this is going to be a tall version of the previous. Oh wait, hold on a tick. We forgot our splitter. So we use an X to delete that. And we need to put in the, what was it called? Cutter. That's what we need. This is why Z is important, because this lets us clear those items off. Go into here, and this will allow us to now cut. So we need a 2x2 option, so we're going to go ahead and slice it and also dice it. Can we rotate it? I see. So we'll do one. Okay, I'm starting to get it now. Exit out of that, and we put another cutter in. Which is, what is the cutter? 6 scissors, that makes sense. So this one takes those, and it's going to go ahead and cut them this way. Beautiful. Now let's clear this again. And now we should be able to click on this one. We need to clear these inputs, so reset. Reset. We're just purging the previous inputs that were not what we wanted. Now these get stacked up vertically like so, and configure. That's the new module. Building requires twice as many of the newly made modules, so let's use 2 cranes to deliver it. So these are going to get backed up. That's fine. This one needs 2 additional cranes, so we will go ahead and do 1 and 2. And conveyor belt. I think these just go underneath like so. The crane should start delivering it appropriately. Can we control time? Does it even matter? I don't think time does matter in this game. We've got data shards, expansion permits for more islands. Okay. Buildings need a continuous influx of modules to keep producing even after they are completed. While we wait on it to complete, we can already place a harvester pad that will collect those resources. Place a harvester pad. Right? Guessing it's this little guy right here. So we can place this just somewhere in this general vicinity. I guess we'll rotate it and make it point downward as such. Click on the harvester pad to link it to the basic core facility. And there we are. First building you created is the core facility. You're now producing cores. We will need those to create bots in the bot assembly. The second building. Let's start building it. Okay, place a basic bot assembly. The buildings tab. Oh, I see. Okay, this is starting to make more sense. Let's get a little bit of a zoom out here. Kind of a 200-foot look up into the sky. Looks like there's some solar panels for power. Maybe that's geothermal. We got a little bit of wind. Windmills. This here is a delivery dock. Probably finished goods go there. But let's go ahead and build this basic bot assembly. So this is... Okay. Let's put it over... I guess we'll just put it like down here for now. Okay. Click on a building to inspect the required modules. One of the modules for the basic bot assembly is black and requires a monotoner. The monotoner can turn an entire module black or white. The monotoner. Okay. Duly noted. I guess everything is white by default and can be changed black or not. So, let's see. This needs some straight line walls and also some 2x2 taller dark options. Okay, so do we need to mine more of these data shard things? I think we do. Got a whole bunch over here to use, so let's do that. Alright, easy peasy. Let's get our miners going. Let's just grab a few. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. We're going to do 4 and 4. Again, should be able to use, yeah, right click to rotate, so let's do that here. We've got our conveyor belts, so I'm gonna go ahead and do, let's do these 4. There we go. That's gonna do a thing. And then these are gonna link with this one. That'll be a different thing. Okay, these all need to basically get turned into, yeah, make it 4 poly rock. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna do one here and one here. That gets turns poly rocks into poly cubes, right? Well, basic cube. Okay, that's fine. All right, so one of these comes out. This will be the basic one, and then we'll do a cutter. Oh, I don't like how that blocks my crane, so I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. There we go. That looks good there. Little grassy knoll. Can I delete the bush? Leave it there, that's fine. So we know that this needs to be a basically long wall section. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, yeah. 8 long. Okay, so we need a cutter. Up, up, up. So this one's going to slice it like so. And then another cutter. Back to back. This one's going to take those inputs. And it's going to slice it like... can I slide it? I need to change... How do I change the configure cut size? Interesting. I need to change... Did I mess up the first one? Let's go back to this one. No, that's pretty much what it is. Oh, I see. Let's just do that then. That's the cut size. That makes more sense. Okay, so let's just slice all these up. This one we will just purge until we get what we want. Honestly, I don't need any more cutters, right? This is just going to turn into walls, so let's go ahead and just delete this one by using the X key. And then we should be able to go ahead and do assembler, flip that. Let's do a splitter coming out of here. Conveyor, conveyor. That should start loading this guy up with what we want. Oh, wait, no, these are still coming out as... that'll fix itself. Yeah, let's just keep purging these for a second. These should fix themselves in a minute. I believe. Am I wrong? Did I not save this? Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, what? Configure. There we go. Now we're reset. Burn through a couple of these bad boys. Hey, there we go. All right, 1 and 2. And there's the wall. Boom. New module created. Okay, let's exit out of that for now. Exit out of this for now. All right, so this can come out and go straight on up. And let's do a crane right here. Leave that open just in case we need access. And there we go. Turn to the right. Go underneath. Perfect. Beautiful. Okay, next up, we need to turn these into black with the dye thingy, the monotoner. I think these just... Let's see, this one is 2 by 2. Okay, so we need a slicer. Oh, I think I might need to turn this out. Let's just do a little U-turn here. Okay. Again, am I calling this a slicer? Okay, it's a cutter. Okay, cutter. Okay, so this one I want it to be 2. And then we have another one right behind it. And this one is going to be rotated, also 2. We'll do one more little loop-de-loop, like such. And this one we're going to have to split. And then 1 and 2, combiner. And this one should be our 2x2 spike there. Perfect. Okay. Pop that in here. Another crane. And boom goes the dynamite. We should be good. Let's finish. This building will create bots. In the meantime, let's start on the last essential building, the basic processing plant. This will be the first step towards unlocking new technology. Alright. So I guess we go back to buildings. So we have different buildings here. We got the, I guess, standard. These look like they're blue. So I don't know if they take the blue data shards. And then, of course, yellow, which I'm guessing are for the yellow data shards. So we've got a new building here, the basic processing plant. Do we have any backups on these lines? Okay, so we have one there. I think this one is a 1-to-1, so this will be building in sequence. But we do have extra of those guys, so we'll keep that in mind as we move forward. I think we could probably put this like here. I'm just gonna, you know what, let's cover this tree. Let's see what happens. Okay, it does delete the tree. This one takes a little combined option there. So it takes two, a black 2 or 2x2, a white 2x2 side by side. And then this is an interesting module. Okay. So half of that, and then half of that. So essentially these two are going to be the same as that one. We're just dyeing half of that. This one, we could probably just slap two together as it goes. So both are 32. So we have an idea. So I'm starting to see kind of the min-max approach to this game. People will kind of, at least they gave you the ratios. I don't know exactly how long each thing takes. But again, with the infinite resources, you don't have to worry about those running out. So it's not quite the same as some other games where the resources are finite. Oh, there's your speed right there, 15 per minute. Okay. So, we're going to need, I guess, 4 and 4 again, just to be safe. So we'll do, oh, nope. I gotta delete that. And what's the hotkey for these guys? 4? Yeah. 2, 3, and 4. And then we'll do 4 down here. 1, 2, 3, and you know what? Let's do, switch the way these are laid out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's see if this works. So if we go down, round, up, does that connect to both? Can they both drop out? I think they can. Make sure the flow is going the right way. Okay, so that does work, and then we can get this out of the way of that one. Circle over, these are going to come out like such, and go across. Beautiful. Alright, and then I'm not really sure, what is this? It's just ambient, maybe? Okay. So we got stage 1 right here. This is going to be the second stage. Right here. Oh, nope, turn that away. Oh, there we go. Okay. Keep these separated at least a little bit here. And again, we go right into the old furnace with these bad boys. Okay. I'm going to come right out. Okay. So, let's work on this one first. This one's going to basically be 2x2 tall, and then we're going to dye half of them black. So, let's go straight on into the splitter here, or the cutter. Okay, it's going to be a 2x2. Another one right behind it. Two by two rotated. Then we're going to go assembler after splitter. So splitter. Honestly, we can go right into an assembler. No visible pieces. Look at this, folks. These are going to be vertical. We actually want to rotate these. Can we do that, though? I think we need to do it sideways. So let's go back. I think these actually need to cut differently. Cut it like that. I think this one needs to rotate, maybe? No? How am I doing this, folks? There it is. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. So this will burn a few to get to our next option. Waiting for it, waiting for it. There we go. And boom, goes the dynamite. So we have our horizontal piece. I guess we could have rotated it afterwards. I'm not really sure how that works. But either way, we're going to take these out of this. We'll do a little U-turn here. And then all we want to do at this point is just split them. And then what we're going to do is half of these are going to get dyed. So we'll go here. This will go white to black. This one will go forward as such. So half white, half black. And then we go assemble. Avengers assemble. And then we go like this. Beautiful. New module created. Let's get these over. And let's pop a crane out. Excellent. One more. Ought to do the trick. Okay. Done and dusted. The next one is going to be very similar, except we're assembling a little bit different, and we're adding another cut. So let's see. These are going to be horizontal long pieces. That one's 2 on top of 2. This one's 2 up. This one's 2 horizontal. So you might have to be a little creative with how we go about this one. So let's go ahead and take this off. So we got our pieces here. Let's do a cutter first. So this one we're going to go slice that way. Another cutter. This one we now know that we need to rotate. Like so. Actually, flip it. There we go. We could do it like this. Yeah, let's do it like that. And then the idea is that's going to give us those vertical pieces that we need for everything except for the middle one. So then 3 out of 4 will be black. 1 out of 4 will be white. So how do we get that with splitters? You guessed it. 2 splitters. So we got 1 here. And then we got another. So let's see, what is that going to do? Well, we have the white. And then all of these will go back and do the one black one here. Okay. So in theory, this should be what we need. Again, you don't want them blending into the 2 there. Okay, so that should be working for us. You know what we actually I'm going to do is let's just do this. Resources are infinite after all, so this is more about just min-maxing your production line. And this will give us what we want faster. Alright, so we got the 1, 2, 3, 50%, and then this one is 50-50. Oh wait, this doesn't help at all. I did my math wrong. This means 50-50 either way. So what we want to do is take this one off. Yep, I see what I did. Okay, we're going to change this. This one is going to get dyed all. Right? This one's going to be the one that stays. So then we have 50%. This is the other 25, and this is the remaining 25. There we go. Now we do assembler. And let's see what we get. We want that like that. This one is going to be flipped. Can we rotate it, flip it, and then rotate it again? There we go. Oh, I see. I can only do 2 at a time. So that'll be those. Interesting. Okay, so we need to split off more from these. I see now. So let's go ahead and get rid of that one. This will be all we need for that. So let's go ahead and do... See, this is when I want bridges, right? Tunnel. That's exactly what we need is a tunnel. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and delete that. And then we can take this one, go out, out, and around, create a tunnel. I knew exactly what I was looking for at that point. Tunnel, up, I built the wrong thing. Tunnel going in, tunnel coming out. There we are. So that gives us all the white that we need, and then the black. Oh, I see what we did now too. Okay, so our ratio isn't quite where we want it, but that's fine. We'll make it work. So this is going to come out into another tunnel. Bear with me. Comes out here, like so. Okay, and then this one should be double stacked. So what we want to do is actually add a little bit more onto that one if possible. How could we do that, you ask? It's not really possible with our current loadout, but that's we'll just force it. That's fine. So basically, what we're doing now is taking the output of that factory. We're adding one of these, so we need to add a second one of these as well. So we need to put in yet another splitter and do that. Assembler. My goodness. Okay, so these come in. We add this little guy on top. Configure. Come down with the next one. This guy's going to come over like so. Another assembler as such. And our last addition is that guy right there. Configure. As soon as that happens, we should have a new module. But it doesn't seem like we do. What did I do wrong? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, these need to be doubled up entirely. Hold on a tick. Yeah, so what we need to do now is... Okay. I see. They really ramp up the complexity pretty quickly. That's kind of cool. So, another splitter. This is going to go right into another assembler. Oh, I can't do it there. Where can this fit? Here. Conveyor belt. Conveyor belt. And here we are. So we're basically just doubling this up now. That is what we want. This one goes out right here. And there you have it, folks. That's our next building done and dusted. Cores to bots. In addition to their modules, some buildings require additional resources. In this case, the bot assembly and the processing plant will need cores as well before they can produce. Alright, let's go back to the completed bot assembly and supply it with cores to produce bots. Where's the bot assembly? That's the core facility. Oh, I see. This is what's producing. This is the harvester pad. So this is getting cores from that. These now need to go to here. So we just basically create a... Yeah. Just a simple conveyor belt. Easy enough. There we go. So I see. This is basically a more advanced assembly building that requires us to make modules to create these unique items. There we are. Great. Now connect the harvester pad to the bots assembly to collect the bots. Using conveyor belts, deposit them at the delivery dock located on the island. This is that delivery dock. So we have this thing. We need to do... let's see, no, I think we need a harvester right here. This guy. Harvester pad. This is the 0 key. So we can put this wherever we want because that drone's going to fly over. So why don't we just put it like right next to it? Like here. And then link it to this bad boy. Beautiful. Conveyor belt. Boom. So this drone will fly over, collect these, bring it back, drop it there, and it'll deliver to the delivery dock. So this wants basic bots and gray data shards. I got a hunch this is going to be what processes those data shards, but we'll see in a little bit. And you can already see where my bottlenecks are, right? It's starting to become a little bit more obvious. Rank up. Delivery targets. Great job delivering your first bots. The colony below expects you to deliver a steady supply of them. Check out your delivery targets in the toolbar on the top left of your screen. Keep supply up to receive XP and keep expanding your factory. Congratulations on reaching rank 2. Rank increases award you with expansion permits. Use them to buy new islands. Let's proceed in expanding our territory and gain access to new resources. Buy an island. Okay. This one looks like it has a fountain. Just kidding, that's something else in the middle. Oh yeah, little like shards. Let's click this. Oil and blue hexacrystals. Use skylines to transport resources across islands. Okay, so it's a conveyor belt in the sky. Very cool. The processing plant also requires cores as an additional resource. Now might be a good time to increase their production. Don't forget to use the copy tool to quickly copy parts of your factory. Processing plant. This guy? This also needs cores. All right, well, yeah, I'm draining those faster than I'm making them. So we need to basically amp up production here. Again, you can see your bottlenecks. You want to ignore anything that's saturated, which means the line is completely full. You want to focus on things that are not saturated. This means that we're not providing enough for this current throughput. Again, my Factorio senses are tingling right now. So we need to finish at least 2 core facilities. Have both core facilities linked to a harvester pad. Finish the processing plant, which we're making good progress on. Deliver cores to the processing plant using cranes. That's going to happen soon enough. Link a harvester pad to the processing plant. Got it. So in this instance, we clearly just need another assembler doing exactly what this one is doing. So we can see, and we can literally just copy this, and I think it copies the recipe, if I'm not mistaken. So in this instance, what I'd like to do is just basically add a splitter to each side. Can I flip them? This is the big test. Do they have the flip option? E. What does E do? Move. Oh, well, okay. There should be a mirror option if I'm not mistaken. So we have a splitter. T to mirror. Beautiful, beautiful. That's exactly what I was looking for. Okay, so, oh, I know what we'll do. Let's not make this more complicated than it needs to be. We'll just simply take that one, turn that into the sole provider, and take this one, and do that. And then what we do is literally just take this and combine it back onto this line, and all of a sudden, Bob's your uncle. We're doubling our production of these little tall boys here. See, now they're coming out 2 at a time. And we're not going to have as much of a backup here. Again, we'll probably see another open spot occur as these do ramp up production. I'm starting to already realize that these guys are not fast enough. So what we should do here, I think I know. I think we're literally going to just cut this off altogether. Do that. Use the copy tool. And we're going to just simply do this. And then we do the splitter back here. And now we've doubled our production on this side. So I'm assuming that the next bottleneck is going to be this furnace, because that just seems to be the way things work. 15 a minute in, 30 a minute out. Oh, because it cuts them into 2. That makes sense. So this doubles. This is 16, 60 per minute in, 15 out. So this is doing 15 out. Basically doubles. Okay. Well, we'll keep an eye on it. It does look like this is definitely flowing a little bit more smoothly now. So again, we want to ramp this up because we only had 25. We have 0 in stock. You see, this is completely drained. So we'll see how quickly this will. Looks like the drone's only delivering like 2 at a time. It's basically, yeah, drone service time 6.75 seconds, 17.5 seconds. So the distance does matter. Don't want the distance to be too far there. Okay, well, on that note, let's go ahead and add a second conveyor belt. Or no, we need to build a second core facility, huh? Yeah. So we use all these bad boys to whip up a second core facility. So we need to make our production line a little bit more streamlined if possible. Let's see, we'll do the same deal. We'll do 4 miners. 2, 3, and 4. Get the belts going. Through there. Connect. Beautiful. And this comes out and through there like such. Okay. And then blast furnace. Excellent. Okay. So this can go right into this production here. So we know that we need a whole new one of these guys. Basic core facility small. Basic core facility small. So I have an idea what we're going to do. This is going to go like, well, I don't know if we want to go right there. Oh, hey, cool. Processing plant is done. So this needs harvester drones delivered to it to work. This collects the harvester drones. No, this is collecting basic bots. I see. So we need this to drop off somewhere. Okay, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. So complexity is always increasing here. So let's go ahead and just copy all this like that. Honestly, we can copy the whole thing if it fits. Just like that. So that's one component done. And then these will combine. And we'll go kind of out and over. Let the spaghetti commence, folks. This is the inevitable fate of any factory game, is the inevitable spaghettification of the whole factory here. So these kind of come out, go through. We're going to start this section over here. Okay, looks good. Okay, furnace, bam. Turn that, oh, no, not that way. Turn this in like so. Okay, and then this one is going to do the same thing. So we can literally copy this. I'm going to make this a little bit more condensed if possible. Copy that. Copy that. And then this is going to go straight through and over like that. Okay. Basic core facility. Drop it right there. Should be able to build a crane. Oh, we're going to need to move these over a little. Oh, you turn. Okay. We don't want those getting blended, just in case. Okay. Crane. All right. That one is making dreams come true already here. I've done something wrong, haven't I? Something's not connecting. Am I messed up? Hold on. What have I done? We have... Nothing's going into the furnace. Oh, I'm an idiot. I need to move all this. Okay, so let's go ahead and E. Click and click. And X1. Good enough. That should start to flow through now. Got everything just slightly askew there. All right. One of these are being built. We should be able to connect this to another building. Yes. Okay, what else needs cores? Cores. Okay, this one, oh, there we go, yep. This also needs cores, so we're just gonna grab a splitter right here. T to flip it, and I've hit the wrong button again. Rotate, flip, click, beautiful. So it comes over here. Pop a crane on. And now it's getting cores. And then we need to link the harvester pad to a processing plant. This is the processing plant. Okay, so we need... Can we link one harvester pad to two different things? Can't link to a building that produces a different item than was previously linked. So we do need a new one here. We'll do this. And then I think we're just honestly delivering these to the same exact delivery building. But we'll see. Have at least 2 finished core facilities. That'll happen sooner than later. So, very cool execution of the factory concept. A couple questions I have, though, are, like, what up with this stuff? Is this just purely aesthetic, the wind power and everything? Because if resources are infinite, you shouldn't really need to worry about generating electricity. It's more about having the infrastructure in place. Another question is, can we see the colony below us? Is that just implied to be somewhere down there beneath the pale blue sky? Third question here is, to what end? Do we have a goal? Even in Factorio, as fun and open-ended as it is, you are eventually launching yourself into space because you've been stranded on a planet. This one has a neural monument, a Lumite reactor, that's very pretty. Mech core, mech assemblies, ultra mech, and then neural monument and superior refinery. Okay, so gray data shards. The processing plant you just built produces gray processors. Use a new operator called the data center and convert those processors into gray data shards. Deliver them to the delivery dock to spend them on new technology in the tech tree. Okay, and then what's the problem here? An incorrect item is trying to enter the delivery dock. What, did I make a mistake here? Okay, so apparently that's not what I was supposed to do. So we're going to have to just reroute all this business. Somebody's trying to sneak an inappropriate item in. My apologies. Can I clear it? Okay, it's good now. So, what was this? The gray processors into data shards. So we need a data center. Data center creates data shards. Alright, well, I guess we'll just put this like here. We need a tunnel. So this can go underneath. Have it come out, and then we'll split it. Okay, that gets flipped. Beautiful. This should take... Well, yeah, that's the recipe, all right. And then what are these just... What is trying to get in here? Incorrect item is trying to enter the delivery dock. Can we not clear this thing? I think it's fine, isn't it? What am I doing wrong here? It's getting basic bots. I don't know what the issue is. This should just be getting basic bots. Yeah. Maybe that was just an old error. Either way, let's go ahead and grab a conveyor belt off of this bad boy. There we go. And then I don't know, how do we... We're going to deliver the data shard, and this will be considered complete. I don't know why this error keeps occurring. Beautiful. The tech tree. You can spend any data shards you've delivered in the tech tree and unlock new technology. Check out the tech tree in the toolbar on the top left of your screen. Keep delivering data shards to unlock upgrades for your factory. I'm assuming this is efficiency, speed, things of that nature. Open the tech tree, top left. I'm guessing this is general, delivery targets, and tech tree. On that note, let's actually look at some general progression here. We have the gray nexus, blue vault, yellow spire. So these are kind of the three big monuments, I suppose. All the different module designs. These are all the various ways you can kind of combine your Legos of industry, so to speak. Delivery. Just showing delivery targets, XP gain, all that jazz. Tech tree. There we are. So the next one here we have is the data shards, and this is unlocked. Gray buildings, second floor. Gray buildings can now be upgraded to floor 2. Production is increased. Click and hold to unlock. Ooh, that is a very satisfying unlock, actually. Very subtle, but very satisfying. So, data shards have another purpose besides unlocking new technology in the tech tree. They are also used to upgrade buildings. An upgraded building will output more resources when the new floor is completed. Upgrading buildings is critical for larger outputs, so make sure to upgrade your buildings whenever you have enough data shards. Alright. Unlock basic refinery blue pigment node in the tech tree. Have at least one processing plant upgraded to second floor. Have at least 2 core facilities upgraded to second floor, and deliver all modules of the basic refinery. Alright, well, what is the basic refinery? I'm guessing it's this bad boy. Nope. Ah, there we go. So, we need to unlock this in the tech tree. Does it show... Let's see, what is the indicator on how we unlock it? Guessing it's like the next one on the tech tree would make sense. Skylines, basic assemblers, basic stamper, miner speed. Let's see here. I'm guessing these are all blocked out. Yep. So the only thing we can unlock in the demo is going to be these dark spots, which we made a pretty good amount of progress, to be honest. We've got counter. Calculates the item's flow rate, which is kind of nice. Efficiency view, essential paint systems. So these are going to be a bunch of various options on increased crane amount, gray buildings. Okay, so I'm starting to kind of get it. This is the basic refinery blue pigment. Consumes hexacrystals to produce blue pigment. Yes. Again, I'm sure speedrunners or like pro players, when they play a lot of the game, will probably want that to be a little quicker. But in the short term, that unlock, kind of slow click and hold, very, very satisfying. All right, so we've unlocked that. I think we're looking pretty good for now. I think that's actually a good sort of a pausing point. I'm going to continue playing this demo. We might do a second episode, but I'm liking where it's going so far. I'm a little curious to see how far the game will go, and if and what the purpose of the monuments are, other than simply bragging rights. But again, I've played several games like this. Factorio, Dyson Sphere Program is another one. In Dyson Sphere Program, the whole Dyson Sphere was literally kind of a bragging right unto itself. So I do acknowledge that the monuments are basically a huge resource-intensive project. That basically means you've been mastering your factory, and you can create things at huge scales and speeds. But already you can see the, very layered complexity just by building a few shapes. It's kind of that Lego mentality, right? We're using building blocks to craft larger things and combining those things into even larger things. So I'm digging it so far. Gonna keep an eye on this one. I don't think it's out yet. I think it's scheduled to come out sometime in 2026. But if you made it this far in the episode, please feel free to like and subscribe. And until next time, this has been Tallidus Plays.